rolling on track here soon.
Good field of outlaws yesterday. TJ Moon from Maine, now living in North Carolina, was the winner. See if he can double us up or whether we get a new winner in the outlaws. Getting a little bit cooler out there. You can see some of the hoodies up and the breeze picking up.
It's a lot of
sunshine.
A few of our Canadians up there. We see the Moo crew getting ready to cheer on the Moo car of Lily Impellizzeri. Probably saying that wrong, but Impellizzeri. And the Brockhouse is there with the Great North Legends.
Fun group, and the car's starting to pull up. There is the 9 of TJ Moon. He and Bryson Nichols will be on row number 1. Owen Zacharias and Carter Erickson, row number 2. Jay Hemingway, Lily Impellizzeri, row number 3. Cullen O'Connor and Carson Cobble, row 4. Lincoln Johnson and Carson Sherman, row 5. Addison Martinez, Chloe Mazzagatti, row number 6. Ailey Johnson and Cameron Millette, row number 7. Row 8 is Mandy Lee and Lily Wynot. Owen Byerly, the 17th starter on the field. Lily Impellizzeri. I think I stopped mid-sentence there on her name. I apologize for that. But Lily Wynot, and there it is, the moving and grooving. Love the cow car.
Great paint scheme. One of my personal favorites. I'm a big cow print fan, so I appreciate that. And also the cowtails we've been enjoying up here from her family, greatly appreciated. John Kelly talking to her to make sure everything's okay.
And you can check out the story of how the Night Night Cow Racing Moo came to be on Amazon. You search up Night Night Cow Racing, and you'll be able to find it on there. And producer Penguin has taken some time to read. He's over there with his own copy of the Night Night Cow. So John is having a conversation with the Moo car. So we joked earlier, they're from Ohio. They've got heavy, heavy jackets on back there.
Yes.
I'm a Canadian. I don't find it cold here.
Yeah, we had this conversation.
So no receiver malfunction on the Moo car. She's going back to the work area to get that fixed. But anyways, you were saying?
Yes, we had a conversation earlier. I am not from Canada. I am not from the north. And I brought 3 jackets to this event because last year it was freezing cold, and I actually had to borrow a jacket from John Kelly because I did not bring one. So I learned my lesson from last year and brought 3 this year. I do believe it is cold. Jacket is understandable.
So I've only seen you wear one.
I have a different one today.
Okay.
Yep.
Is that like a fashion thing, or is that just a I'm cold thing?
They're different colors.
Okay.
So, depending on what I'm wearing.
So there is the family there trying to get the receiver. There's mom there getting everything put back together. But yeah, so just three jackets.
Yep.
Cowboy boots.
Yep.
What else did you bring? 3 or 4 pairs of shoes.
I did bring 3 pairs of shoes separate from the cowboy boots. I brought 2 pairs of sneakers, my Crocs, and my cowboy boots.
I haven't seen the Crocs yet this week.
My Crocs are camouflage.
Oh,
Yeah.
so you can't see them.
You can't see them.
Neither can Bubbles. Okay.
Yep.
I'm looking at a wonderful field of outlaws on screen, though. 35, the 12. Look at the 12 waving. That is Jay Hemingway from Wake Forest, North Carolina, which is by Raleigh, even though the college is over by Winston-Salem. Wake Forest Place, Wake Forest College. 2 different things.
So field begins to roll. This is a 20-lap feature contest. Chatted with Bryson Nichols after the drivers' meeting earlier today, and he was excited to go, and he's looking forward to his trip to Victory Lane to chat with us. Going to start on the outside of row number 1. We'll see if Nichols can do that. The B on the side. Green flag flies. We're underway. This is 20 laps for the Outlaws, and Nichols, Lenny, got a great start there.
He sure did.
Maybe too much of a start.
Yeah. I think just by a half a car length or so, but he was giddy-upping before Moon and going to have to come back.
Hemingway in that 12 was most certainly ready for the restart. was able to get in front of Zacharias in the 35, but will reset and try again.
Has somebody confirmed that Mrs. Smith is okay, Joel's mom?
We might need to check on that.
Yeah, we might need to.
Yeah, we need a wellness check on Joel's mom.
Here they come to the green flag. We're underway again as TJ Moon leads him down the front straightaway. Zacharias tucked up tight on the back bumper. Trouble!
Oh.
It's Carson Cobble. And Mazzagatti and Moo.
Impellizzeri there in the 00.
And the 7 also going around.
Mallet.
And Moo is going to need some help, I think. Moo may be well, she's rolling. I was going to say Moo may be down a leg.
That's utterly crazy.
What do you call a cow that has no legs? Ground beef. Because they're on the ground. Have you not heard that one before?
was that a Bubbles joke? That was a lot better than anything Bubbles has gave us all week.
You know, Bubbles was not very happy with your response.
Lenny, take a look at the replay.
Here's the replay here. You see maybe contact with the red car and the first car that initially went. And they'll go down into the corner. And, yep. I can't see the number on the red machine, but it turns the initial car around, and then everybody else is really just evasive action. Little touch here while they're touching the brake and de-weighting the car and getting it to spin. At least nobody. Oh, the 9, Carson Sherman, tapping on the 37 of Carson Cobble. And it doesn't take an awful lot to get spun. Enough touch at the right time, and won't be not happy. 7 car took a pretty good little slap there on the wall.
So did the Moo here.
9 of Sherman touching the 37. Don't touch me, Carson. And then everybody. Impellizzeri got the tail of the cow wagon.
Then the 37, 33, 87, 000, 2, 13.
Do you have any more?
Looks like Lily's got some spilled milk there. She's going to go back to the pit area.
So the only thing we can make jokes about on here is a cow, apparently. We struggled to come up with other jokes earlier, but
listen, some of Bubbles' jokes were pretty
covered.
Good. They were pretty good.
Fire up, roll off.
So these drivers going to roll off. They had did not complete a lap there, as that wreck happened in turn number 1. So still 20 laps to go. As the loader is moving that car back to pit road.
And grooving. Mooing and grooving. There you go.
TJ Moon and the black car to his outside. Bryson Nichols sharing the front row. Yesterday's winner on the inside. The always fast 80 on the outside. Zacharias behind them in the black and white with red 35. He is right there with them. We'll see what happens. 20 laps to go for the Outlaws.
75, Allie Johnson dropped to the inside lane. 75, Allie Johnson dropped to the inside lane.
That is not a broken record. That is Kyle McGowan.
Yeah, sometimes getting these drivers relined up is quite the task, but Bubbles just gave us the good to go.
So we've got an Emma Britt up here still. I don't think she's
Hey, y'all.
Waving.
Hey, y'all.
Hey, y'all. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's her show.
Her.
75, stop on the front straightaway.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a Johnson up there.
Faulkner crew again.
Faulkner down there.
Some drivers waving at us.
Yeah. They see the drone. They know what's going on. So they're enjoying some great racing, some great Florida weather. And as Lenny said, I think before the last feature, there's some longer coats, longer sleeves. And
How
then
about
there's
the kid with no shirt on? No. Oh, and we got a cutie. We got a baby. Got
Adorable.
the earphones on. Aw.
Racing's for all ages.
Roll off.
There you go.
75, roll off.
75 stopped on the racetrack right now.
Hey, look, it's John Kelly again.
Yeah, helping out the 75 of Allie Johnson. And I think that's the general, I don't know what's going on, hands from the 75. That's the County Way 75 as Allie will roll off. Sharp looking wrap on that one. So there's your field. As the 75, I believe, will head to the work area. It is, I believe, for a receiver, I would say, by the sounds of it. And I don't think they usually get a whole lot of work area time for something like that.
That would be Lee County, where Fort Myers, where she is from.
Okay. There's a lot of bumpers and a lot of tires waiting there on that golf cart, Lenny.
Yeah. Wow.
There's a
That
saw
looks
there.
like, oh,
I
wow.
think that's the Redhead Racing cart. That is, they've got a couple of cars in this one. Mandy Lee's out here. Addison Martinez. I think there might be one or obviously TJ Moon up in front. So they got a couple of cars in there, and there here comes somebody with a receiver.
Fort Myers, Lee County, Florida,
45 seconds left on a high work area.
and one
45
receiver.
seconds left.
Didn't work.
So they'll push that one back the other way. And they will roll forward. So there's the man right there. We said he wasn't a broken record. That is Mr. Kyle McGowan.
Yellow, 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 yellow.
We had a
Right?
conversation earlier,
We
by the way,
did.
Lenny, with
Yellow,
Emma
yellow.
Britt. And I believe we may be getting a couple of shirts.
Yes. I messaged her.
Brittany's having a good time up there, by the way, too.
So the yellow, yellow, yellow shirts will make an appearance at some point.
Some point down the road.
Yeah.
Yes.
75.
Iconic Kyle
Yeah,
McGowan phrase.
I like that, but I want to go green right now.
She doesn't have a green shirt yet. But let's get
But
back
we're
to racing.
fixing to. TJ Moon, Bryson Nichols to lead the Outlaws to that aforementioned green flag in the hands of Bowles Bronson to make the turn out of 4 to the stripe.
Green flag is out once again for the Outlaws as they race it down into turn number 1. Nichols got a great start on the outside, but TJ Moon gets the launch out of turn number 2. The 8 car on the outside of Erickson trying to take it away from Owen Zacharias, and a little bit of contact in behind. They stay straight.
Moon had an Apollo rocket on that launch. He definitely got the move coming out of corner number 2 and is able to hold serve. Nichols drops into second, Zacharias third. Caution on the Speedway.
That is a Allie Johnson, that is an Addison Martinez, and that is a Mandy Lee.
9. That's caution number 2 for you.
And by the sounds of it, the 9 car of Sherman may have had a piece of that.
Cleaner.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like.
The red car right there. And a wounded bumper on the front of it.
Still attached, though.
Ball to the rear, involved in a caution.
That's all it's got to be, right?
And that was a hand out the window. I don't think they are very happy with that one, but Johnson is going to remain on the racetrack. Mandy Lee is rolling again, and we are waiting for a push on Addison Martinez in car number 13, one of the Redhead Racing drivers.
West Palm Beach, Florida.
John Kelly again.
Yep.
Gonna help her out. Gotta call him out every time he comes on screen so he gets those phone notifications.
All the way back for rough driving. All the way back. 13 in front of the 75. 13 in front Single file restart. We're lights out coming to green. Single file restart.
So it looks like our Outlaws may have exhausted their 3 attempts at a double file restart after one lap.
It was a memorable lap.
Yes, it was.
TJ Moon coming around to the green once again with Nichols right on the rear nerf bar, and everybody else followed him into the corner.
We know TJ Moon has speed, and we know Bryson Nichols, after these last few restarts, has a very good short-run car, good restart launch. And how about Zacharias? Owen Zacharias looking at position number 2.
Yellow again. Somebody up there in the high line of 213 car.
That's Addison Martinez. Tough break for Addison. Was involved in that most recent yellow flag, and something has given up the ghost on the Race Wraps Redhead Racing number 13 of Martinez. The 41 of Mandy Lee is looking to the infield as well. They may be headed to the work area. There's a bunch of fine folks over there watching some Bandolero action. I see our
stadium blanket working.
Yeah.
There.
I see our friends from Newfoundland and Labrador have moved up to the porch or the deck up there. They are watching Cullen O'Connor in that 33 car from St. John's. As work area about to be busy. Here comes Addison Martinez, and here comes the Redhead Racing crew to work. There's the Bradleys. Chris East is there.
I like that John pushed it a little further so we could see it. You know, it gets behind that golf cart, and we can't really see it.
Chris East is on the move.
Right front problem.
They are looking at it. And those 2 redhead cars in the pits.
Wow.
Oh, boy.
Busy time for them.
There's the general, Robert E. Lee, looking over he's not doing a whole lot of work to the car.
He is with his mind. It's kind of a laser thing through the eyes.
That's the way he drives his Pro Late model in Canada, kind of confused.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, whoever parked the golf cart from Redhead Racing put it in the exact right spot.
Yep.
We got 45 seconds left. 45 seconds.
Robert's pumped up. He's ready to go.
41. I see you guys coming. I see you coming.
Both of those cars are going to be able to come back on track, which is always a good sign.
Moon, Nichols, Zacharias, and Carter Erickson up there now, joining the top 4. He is from Winston, Georgia.
Hemingway, Cobble, row number 3 back there as they will get ready to. And this is, as Kyle McGowan said, 3rd and final attempt at a double file coming at us. As TJ Moon is your leader in car number 9. The 9 of Moon leads the black number 80 of Bryson Nichols, Owen Zacharias, and Carter Erickson, your first 3 rows. The Outlaws have had a slow start to day number 2. They're back underway. And TJ Moon got a great launch there. The 80 of Bryson Nichols looking to the outside as they pilot down into turn number 1.
Zacharias.
Yeah, Moon needed that start.
Zacharias, that Myrtle Beach racer, is right behind him. And now to the inside of Nichols as they are battling for that second spot as TJ Moon starts to pull away.
Zacharias to the inside looking to get that runner-up spot away from Nichols. Nichols doing a great job on the second groove, Lenny, trying to hold off that 35 as they will dive it down still side by side for the spot.
Now the little guy in the 35, multi-generational family of Zachariases racing all up and down the east coast of the U.S. Zacharias running along on the inside of the 35, trying to take the second spot, and he'll do it. Owen Zacharias moves to second.
And now Erickson trying to get up there and take position number 3 away from the 80 of Nichols. Streetcar battle for position number 2 as they race down the back straightaway. Carson Cobble in behind them, trying to take a spot away from Hemingway, and Cullen O'Connor following them in behind.
The 8 machine of Carter Erickson from Winston, Georgia. That's where NASCAR driver Austin Hill is from. Hill, a former Legends racer back in his day. And you'll see him every now and then at Legends races, helping out the mechanic on some of these cars. So Austin Hill's hometowner right there, Carter Erickson in the 8 machine on track.
And trying to reel back in as we got the yellow on the Speedway. Right there, that's the 75 of Johnson. slowing to a stop, and that will draw the yellow as they will need a push to head back to pit road.
Also, for those watching at home, the 13 car of Addison Martinez is pulled into the infield, and the 41 of Mandy Lee pulled off the track during that last green flag run. There's Martinez still having an issue. Whatever they tried to fix during that 45 seconds didn't work.
Yeah, you can still see the right front is down.
And the 75 is being pushed off of turn 2. That is done for the day.
13, I got someone coming for you real quick.
As Martinez is going to get a...
13, go straight out to the hot work area. We'll let your crew push you back from there.
And they are going to push Martinez back to turn 3 and from there.
Single file restart.
Single file restart. I don't want to bring up that looming time clock, but we have 16 minutes completed. In this one, it is 1 minute per lap, which means we are getting awfully close. Not yet, but we're getting awfully close to that pink flag coming out. Single file restart. Moon, Zacharias, Erickson, Nichols, Cobble with Cullen O'Connor in position number 6. Kid looking to get his first top 5 here at Winter Nationals will pilot that white 33 from 6. They are tucked up tight for the first top 3 or 4 positions. TJ Moon leads them through corners number 3 and 4. And Ashton, they're coming back to green.
TJ Moon still holds the lead, but Zacharias is right on his bumper. That 8 in the 80 right behind them, too. Zacharias wants the lead. With 13 laps to go, he has plenty of time to do that.
Carter Erickson and Bryson Nichols, the 8 in the 80, 3rd and 4th. And if the pink flag comes out and TJ Moon's in front, would that be a pink moon, which is the full moon in the month of April, named after the pink flowers that bloom in the spring?
Very nice fact, as TJ Moon's still our leader. 8 of Erickson is caught up to the back bumper of Zacharias. Erickson is all he sees in his rearview mirror right now, but he's going to keep pulling away as Bryson Nichols falls back.
Halfway home, 10 down and 10 to go in this second Outlaw feature of the week at Winter Nationals, as the 8 of Carter Erickson looks over the 35 of Owen Zacharias. That's the battle for position number 2 as TJ Moon begins to inch away just a wee bit. They've escaped from Nichols in position number 4 as Bryson tries to reel them back in. And Carson Cobble, great run in the 37, runs in 5th. Lenny just past the halfway point.
Yeah, Owen Zacharias kind of fell back a little bit in the early part of this, and now he's got the same speed just about as TJ Moon. Nichols in the 4th position. Kind of a fallback there for him. Erickson in 3rd. It's a 2-car tussle up front right now.
Owen Zacharias is trying to make that car get a little bit quicker, closing in on car number 9 at TJ Moon as they race down the back straightaway. It's getting a little bit closer up in front between those front 2. And Lenny, they've separated themselves from Erickson and Nichols and the rest of the field.
Yeah, they really have. Now they're starting to see the back of the field and going to have some of the lap cars come into play here as you see the white lapped car in the distance as the leader Moon gets to start finish.
TJ Moon continues to lead this one and trying to pad a little bit on that lead. Zacharias in a second. Battle for 3rd begins to heat up as they come by and put a lap on the pearl white number 2 of Why Not, and they've got some separation between themselves as they race here with 4 laps to go.
4 laps to go. Winter Nationals is a big deal. TJ Moon's already got a win. Can you imagine getting 2? Well, TJ Moon is starting to imagine that. Owen Zacharias getting smaller in the mirror as it's 4 laps to go. 3 laps to go now. TJ Moon out of corner number 2. The kid that moved from Maine to North Carolina to make his mark in this sport. He won yesterday. He comes out of corner number 4. 2 laps to go. Tim Terry.
2 laps remaining in this one. The 9, TJ Moon, has Owen Zacharias closing back in to that Redhead Racing ride. They'll come by this time and see the white flag. Final lap, never mind. That is the black 2. That's Mazzagatti on the outside and Owen Byerly in the 2 going around, and that will draw the yellow flag.
2B and 87.
So we will have a green and a white together by the looks of it, Lenny. 19 laps are scored. Owen Zacharias was getting close, but now he's going to be a little bit closer. He's going to be on the back bumper with only 1 to go.
Yeah, he was wishing that he could find a way to catch up. Well, the wish was granted. Now, can he find a way around? That's the next wish. I don't know whether he'll get 2 granted. TJ Moon has been just really quick on the restarts, really good during the runs. But you can make one mistake, and Owen Zacharias will take that thing right away from you and park it in victory lane with the 35 car just as much as Moon's 9.
Chris East told me yesterday, and I don't know if I'm going to tell this conversation, but I am. He said TJ Moon is one of those drivers that if you give and you tell him go 100%, he goes about 105%, and it kind of is counteractive compared to where he wants the driver to be. So he's told TJ Moon the last couple of races, give me 70%. He bumps it up a little bit, and he ends up getting 100%. But Chris East told me yesterday that he feels like the 9 of TJ Moon has a little more sitting in reserve in that race car. So we'll see if he does have it as you look at the 12 of Hemingway. A couple of scars up the side of that number 12 car. That is a beautiful looking blue and white car as Bubbles Bronson shows him 1 to green. It will be a green and a white together, Lenny.
You always want a driver that you don't have to kick in the seat of the pants to go forward. You can pull them back a little bit, but it's the other way that you don't want. TJ Moon's one of those kind of drivers that you do want as a team owner, and that's why the Winter Nationals make stars out of so many. They're coming to green.
Green flag is back out along with the white. What does Owen Zacharias do to TJ Moon to try to take away this victory? Out of turn number 2, can Zacharias get the run? Looks down, TJ Moon shuts the door. Through 3 and 4, Zacharias plays chase, but it's TJ Moon back-to-back picks up the victory. Moon wins over Zacharias, Erickson, Nichols, and Sherman, your top 5. So back-to-back for the driver from Taylorsville, North Carolina, by way of the state of Maine. And he will head down trackside and chat with Ashton as a winner for a second day in a row. Lenny, he told me that he's going for a national championship. That's a great way to start off the year.
2 wins in a row. Fantastic start for TJ Moon. La Luna moved from Maine to North Carolina, and it's paying off big time. We'll let you chat, and we'll be right back.
We'll head down to Ashton as TJ Moon gets unstrapped from the Redhead Racing number 9. Ashton, take it away.
TJ Moon getting a little help from our flagger, Bubbles Bronson, as he climbs out of that car for his second win here at Citrus County. Super excited after a long, hard-fought battle between him and Zacharias. He's going to take his helmet and stuff off and come over and talk to us. TJ, what a race. You had to play defense there a little bit on the last lap. What was going through your head with Zacharias in your rear view?
I thought he was going to wreck. I thought he was going to try to ship me going through 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. I like to thank all my sponsors, Benamax, Redhead Racing, Whaley, Simpson, my mom, my dad, Nana.
2 for 2. You got 3 more days here. What else you got in store for us this week?
I'm going to try to go out and win every single one and hopefully go from there.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Your outlaw winner, TJ Moon.
Is on the outside. 20A is behind the 21.
Next up on the racetrack, Lenny, is the Young Lions division. 3 races to go on day number 2.